Project Blue Book, the government's secret UFO files. In the years following World War II, as humanity entered the atomic age and began venturing into space, a new phenomenon gripped public attention: unidentified flying objects, or UFOs. In the backdrop of rising Cold War tensions and rapid technological advancements, sightings of strange lights and mysterious craft in the skies were reported with increasing frequency across the United States. By the late 1940s, these sightings had escalated to the point where they couldn't be dismissed as mere figments of imagination. Was it advanced Soviet technology, natural phenomena yet to be understood, or, as some believed, evidence of extraterrestrial visitation? These questions prompted the U.S. government to take an official interest in the matter, leading to the creation of Project Blue Book, an extensive, highly classified investigation into UFOs conducted by the United States Air Force. The birth of the investigation. The seeds of Project Blue Book were planted in 1947 after a highly publicized incident involving a private pilot named Kenneth Arnold. While flying near Mount Rainier in Washington state, Arnold claimed to have seen 9 crescent-shaped objects moving at incredible speeds. His description of their motion as like a saucer skipping across water inadvertently gave birth to the term flying saucer. This incident, coupled with the infamous Roswell crash later that same year, ignited a wave of UFO hysteria. The U.S. Air Force launched its first UFO investigation under the code name Project Sign in 1948. The initial goal was to determine whether these objects posed a threat to national security. Early reports from Project Sign speculated that some UFO sightings could potentially be extraterrestrial in origin, but this idea was quickly suppressed by military brass. Project Sign was succeeded by Project Grudge, which took a more skeptical stance, often dismissing sightings as hoaxes, misidentifications, or psychological delusions. By 1952, however, the sheer volume of UFO reports and the public's growing fascination with the phenomenon made it clear that a more systematic investigation was needed. Thus, Project Blue Book was established at Wright-Patterson Air Force Base in Ohio under the leadership of Captain Edward J. Ruppelt. The mission of Project Blue Project Blue Book was tasked with 2 primary objectives: determine whether UFOs posed a threat to national security, scientifically analyze UFO-related data to explain their origins. The project amassed a team of military personnel, scientists, and analysts. For the next 17 years, they collected and studied over 12,000 UFO sightings. Each report was meticulously logged, with eyewitness accounts, radar data, photographs, and sometimes even physical evidence being scrutinized. Ruppelt, the first director, advocated for an unbiased scientific approach. Under his leadership, the project gained credibility, and he even coined the term unidentified flying object to replace the more sensational flying saucer. However, as leadership changed over the years, skepticism within the program grew, and its tone shifted toward debunking UFO claims rather than investigating them impartially. Famous cases investigated by Project Blue Book. Several high-profile UFO cases became the focus of Project Blue Book, some of which remain controversial to this day. The Washington D.C. UFO Flap, 1952. In the summer of 1952, radar operators at Washington National Airport and Andrews Air Force Base detected unidentified objects moving at incredible speeds over the nation's capital. These objects were also witnessed by pilots and civilians on the ground. Despite scrambling fighter jets, no conclusive explanation was ever provided. The case became a media sensation, putting immense pressure on the Air Force to provide answers. The Lubbock Lights, 1951. In Lubbock, Texas, a group of professors reported seeing formations of glowing blue-green lights flying overhead. The event was captured in a now famous photograph. While Project Blue Book attributed the lights to birds reflecting streetlights, many remained skeptical of this explanation. The Lonnie Zamora incident, 1964. Police officer Lonnie Zamora reported seeing an egg-shaped craft in Socorro, New Mexico, accompanied by strange symbols on its surface and humanoid figures nearby. The object reportedly emitted a loud roar before taking off at high speed. Project Blue Book found no plausible explanation for this encounter, marking it as one of their few unexplained cases. The Condon Report and the end of Project Blue Book. By the mid-1960s, public interest in UFOs was at an all-time high. This was fueled by events like the alleged alien abduction of Betty and Barney Hill in 1961 and the rise of UFO-themed books and television shows. Amid growing pressure, the U.S. Air Force commissioned an independent study led by physicist Dr. Edward Condon at the University of Colorado. The resulting Condon Report, 1968, concluded that UFOs did not represent a threat to national security and were not worthy of further scientific investigation. This report effectively sealed the fate of Project Blue Book, which was officially terminated in 1969. In its final analysis, Project Blue Book concluded that the vast majority of UFO sightings could be attributed to conventional phenomena such as weather balloons, aircraft, astronomical events, or outright hoaxes. However, 701 cases remained unexplained, fueling speculation and conspiracy theories that the government was hiding the truth. Legacy and controversy. Although Project Blue Book officially ended, its legacy endures. Declassified files have since revealed that the Air Force often downplayed or ignored compelling evidence to maintain public skepticism. Critics argue that the project was more about public relations than genuine scientific inquiry. In recent years, renewed interest in UFOs, now referred to as UAPs, unidentified aerial phenomena, has prompted the U.S. government to revisit the topic. In 2020, the Pentagon established the All-Domain Anomaly Resolution Office, AARO, to investigate unexplained aerial sightings. Declassified videos of encounters between Navy pilots and unknown craft have reignited debates about what might be lurking in our skies. Conclusion. What did Project Blue Book find? Project Blue Book officially dismissed the idea of extraterrestrial visitation, but its inability to explain hundreds of cases left many questions unanswered. Were these unexplained sightings truly glimpses of advanced alien technology, secret military experiments, or something else entirely? The truth remains as elusive as ever. To this day, Project Blue Book symbolizes both the government's attempt to grapple with the unknown and the enduring human fascination with the possibility that we are not alone in the universe.